Hi everybody, welcome back to another balloon tutorial. Today we're going to be twisting a little baby in a bubble bath. That's right, there you go. Pretty simple to do. And this will also give you a chance to work on your bubbles if you don't ever do that. And it's pretty easy to do, as you can tell, okay? And if you want to do, bonus stuff, you could definitely add the little, shower head, having it coming up from the side here, something like that. So it's right above the baby. If you got some space over here, maybe make this bubble bigger. It's up to you, but let me at least teach you this part right here, and then you can go wild. Do what you like, all right? So thank you for being here and joining me for this tutorial. Normally, this is one of the Monday tutorials, and this time, if we look back on it now, you will have seen that it was, out later that day. So anyway, that doesn't matter too much right now. What matters is that we get to the twisting. That's right. So if you've never been to my channel before, I will bring down the sound. That way we can minimize the squeaking and maximize the teaching. How's that sound? Yes? Okay, cool. All right, so let's go over the balloons we're going to use so we can make this happen. So the balloons we're going to use for this are a white and a pink. So I'm going to do pink bubbles, but if you have clear, you can do clear. I've done all three colors and they work just fine. So pink bubbles if you want, blue bubbles, or if you have clear. Okay, I didn't have any clear, so that's why I didn't teach it this time with clear. And then the printed balloon is the last part. But if you have a blush and you want to just draw it on, I don't see the harm in that, right? All right, so, oh, actually, you know what? I will put a link if you want to get some of these if you don't have any already, okay? But just want to make sure we get maximum use out of our baby heads. All right, so far as how much balloon or how much air I put in here, this one's only halfway for the pink, and this one's just a little bit over halfway, okay? And let's go ahead and get started twisting. Let's bring that sound down. Here we go. We are going to start with our bath that we're going to make, our bathtub. So that's going to be our white balloon. We'll do about a hand's width, follow with a pinch twist, and then we're going to come right back to the nozzle. There we go. And put that through there. There you go. All right, that worked out. And you know what happened? It's kind of funny is I'm going to do another pinch twist here, but I hadn't twisted the other segment very well, and so I ended up pulling the nozzle around to make that happen. So regardless, it's two pinch twists, one on each end, and we're just going to go back and forth. Now, when I go back to the other pinch twist again, because we're going to have a 4-bubble segment, I made it slightly bigger because a lot of times a bathtub, it's not just straight down the sides for it. It has some dimension to it a little bit, and it kind of goes in, and it curves and stuff like that. So that's what I did here. Okay, and then we're going to add the little legs for it. So it's going to be a 1-inch followed by a 2-inch, and then we'll pinch twist that 2-inch, and then we'll do about a 2-inch bubble in the middle, and then we'll do another 2-inch pinch twist. There we go. And now I have still some balloon left over there, and I'm going to see if I can't split that in half, and we'll leave a little bit on the end there, but we're going to use that, so don't get rid of that. So I'm going to pull it across to the pinch twist. There we go. And so what happens is we get our tub with our little feet on it. And again, nothing too complicated. There you go. All right. And I'm going to go ahead, as soon as I get a chance here, I'll go ahead and pop that a little bit we have left over. So we're not going to end up, we're going to use it, so don't cut it off or anything like that. But make sure that it's, nice and secure. See, I took it around one more time just to make sure. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come in with the baby head. There it is. And I didn't pre-inflate it because I'm not going to actually tie a knot in it. I just want to make sure that size is good, about an orange, or baseball. And I'm twisting it in on the other side, the other pinch twist. And you see I was putting my thumb on it there. I didn't want all of it, to be tied up against that pinch twist. I wanted a little bit of slack there, see? And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take that white balloon and I'm going to pull it, and I'm just going to trap the baby head, and I'm going to pull it back around the pinch twist from where it came from, the white balloon. And what happens is it effectively puts the baby head in the center where we want it. Okay? So you can see that white balloon went all the way down to where the baby head is and came back, and what it does is it centers the baby's head, and that's exactly what we wanted. Okay, so now we're just going to make a series of bubbles, and I'm just going to anchor the nozzle into one of the pinch twists. It's up to you on which side you want to do, and I'm going to go ahead and start with a chain of about, I would say about 10 to 11 bubbles. We'll do pretty good. Okay, so that's all I'm working on right now, and this is a good time to practice your bubbles if you don't do it. And I would say at least twist them 3 to 4 times. That way your work isn't coming undone on you. There we go. And so you see, the bubbles start behind the pinch twist and they go around the front of the baby's head and they go back on the back side of the pinch twist, if that makes sense. Hopefully, maybe, kind of, sort of. I don't mean to confuse here. There we go. And then I just anchored it in there once it was ready to go into that pinch twist, so that way we don't lose it. And now I'm just going to make myself another series of bubbles. Again, because I think I had done 10 or 11, and I want a total of like 20, 21, somewhere around there. That'll be pretty good. And that way we can go back around the other way we came. And this is why it's important to not overinflate this. Okay, so once you got that, you can see I'm getting to the end here. There we go. Now I can go back the other way. So you see I went behind the pinch twist. Now I'm going in front of the pinch twist. Okay, and in a minute I'll just show. As I get to the end here, you'll get a good idea on what I'm talking about exactly. And hopefully it'll make sense to you. There we go. So we're just going around. Now we're going around behind. See that? See how they crossed each other? And I'm going to go around. And I'm going to cross on the other side as well. And I got plenty of balloon. It's nice and soft to make sure we get around that pinch twist. And that's why you want the balloon to be soft when you're doing this, especially when you're going around the pinch twist, because there's a lot of pressure on that balloon, and I don't want to pop it, especially, because it's helping hold all those little bubbles in place. Okay, so there we go. We made it to the very end. I'm just tucking away some of the nozzles, some of the pieces that I saw, make sure the baby's head is straight, and that's pretty much it. We made it to the end. Thanks for hanging out with me, and stick around for a little bit more info. Yeah, we made it. Yes, cool. Not too bad. And again, it's one of those that you want to play around with it a little bit. Make sure you keep the balloon nice and soft when you're working with it, and don't overinflate the bubbles for the actual bubble bath, because you'll run into a little bit of trouble there. So always, remember that, especially when you're doing a bunch of these little bubbles. You want to keep the balloon, underinflated. Okay. Let's see what else. I just want to make sure I leave you with as many tips as possible to make you successful when you go and try to actually start playing around with this design. You'll find that part here, keeping the head, you'll find that pretty useful when you're trying to get something centered there. I mean, I just used it in this case. It worked fine for centering the baby on the actual bath and not having the head be over here. That way we could do the bubbles like all around it. So hopefully you find that pretty darn useful for other sculptures you may use. And then if you have a baby shower, this is something cute, because not necessarily a shower, but a bath still works. And then probably maybe with some 160s, maybe you can add like a little rubber ducky or something like that. So just be creative with it. That's what all this balloon stuff is about. Is having some fun with it. And then last but not least, before I take off here, two things actually. Maybe three things. Okay. Just relax and please don't go anywhere just for a moment as I try to collect my thoughts here. So number one, in 2020, I'll be at the Blackpool Balloon Bash. That's going to happen. That's in the UK. That's right. Going to take a little trip, right, and go teach some balloons there. And then the other thing I was going to say that thank you for the people that have subscribed to the channel. I'm trying to get content on here all the time. Just to keep these balloons nice and fun and make the most use out of them, right? And so again, thank you to all my subscribers. I made it over 4,000. Woohoo! I felt like just like a month ago, I felt like I said woohoo to 3,000, and now here I am, or excuse me, yeah, probably something like that. And now I'm over 4,000. So thank you guys very, very much. So don't forget to hit that like button, right? Share, again, subscribe. And then if you want to support the channel, you can do it by visiting patreon.com/jlomagic, patreon.com/jlomagic. And don't worry, for all these things like the baby head, I'll put links in the description below. Same thing for the Patreon channel. So again, thank you guys for all your support, and I'll see you guys next time. So until then, happy twisting. Bye.